Okay, I want to dive a little deeper into carbohydrates and their makeup and kind of how they all work and how they're classified. You guys have probably heard the term before, simple and complex carbs, and probably don't really understand that. Like, I feel like a lot of people just entering into like looking at nutrition and whatnot and or bodybuilding, right? They're like protein, protein, protein. Obviously, we know otherwise, but uh, they also look at complex carbs and they're like, oh, I can't eat that. It's a simple carb, right? Like breads and pastas and rice and all this kind of stuff. And that's not the case whatsoever. Those things are actually pretty good for you in moderation, right? As long as you're watching your diet and what you're taking in. So when we're talking about simple carbs, we are really talking about uh, sugars, right? Monosaccharides and disaccharides, right? Saccharides, essentially sugar, right? So a single sugar or two sugars. And then complex carbs, again, are sugar, right? Or some form of it, right? That's how it gets broken down into glucose, which is just sugar. And complex carbs are polysaccharides. So imagine like a monosaccharide is a simple molecule. A disaccharide is like two of those simple sugar molecules put together. And then polysaccharides are like long chains of sugars put together, of glucose molecules put together. And why they're complex is just they're really long, right? And they have a lot of bonds that need to get broke in order to use for energy, or they have a lot of energy that's like built into them. So they actually provide you with a lot of good stuff, and you have to burn energy to actually get them broken up. So they're not like bad things. So what would complex carbs be made of? Like starches, fiber, and the third one, which we don't eat, but is glycogen, which is how we store glucose in our muscles, right? Which is called like muscle glycogen, and then in our liver as well, which is called liver glycogen. So those are your makeups for complex and simple carbs.